Good morning, children. In today's class of our English, we are going to learn block 17 and 18. You all get your content book, children, and open the page June's Seed 108. Before that, we will see what is the genre and written by. And the genre is the folktale, and it is written by Soumya Rajendran. And we'll understand that folktale is a story from long ago that teaches a lesson. So you see, this is a garden, and he is Jun. He is the gardener. In block 17, we are going to learn what are the elements of a folktale, and in block 18, we are going to learn about writing about the past. Before that, he is June. June is the gardener. Now let's see what is the story. Before that, we'll understand what are the elements of a folk tale. Folk tales often begins with the phrase long ago or once upon a time. They have good and bad characters. Folk tales have a problem and a solution. We will see who are good and bad in the story and what is the problem they're facing in the story and what is the solution of it. Often, one character is a king or a queen. Folk tales that are passed on from one person to another and usually have a moral. So, these are the elements of a folk tale, children. The setting is it takes place in China. The main characters are Jun and the king, and supporting characters are other gardeners. Long ago. So, as we read that element of a folktale, it starts with a long ago phrase. So, long ago, there lived an old king in China. Folktale story have either a king or a queen in the story. So, in our story, we have a king who is from China. He couldn't see very well. He couldn't hear very well. He couldn't speak very well. But he was a very clever man. He knew that it was time to choose a new king. But who? He sat by his window and looked out. So here the king has become old and he couldn't hear, speak, and see very well because he's become old and he wants to choose a new king for the kingdom. But who is that right person? He was thinking. So the king had a beautiful garden. As he looked at the plants, he got an idea. He asked his gardener for a bag of seeds. The next day, the king asked all the young people to come to the palace. He gave them each a seed from the bag. Plant your seed and look after it, he said. The person who takes the best care of it will become the next king. You have 1 month to grow your plants. So he got an idea and he called all the young people to his palace and he gave each one a seed from the seed bag. And he said to take care of the plant and grow it properly in a month's time. So the king called all the young people and he gave each one a seed and asked them to plant it and look after and make it grow properly in a month's time. Come to the next page, children. June was the best gardener in the king's palace. Everyone thought June would win the contest. If he win the contest, what will happen, children? Yes, he will become the king. June planted his seed in a pot. He watered it every day. He put it under the sun, but nothing ever grew out of it. So he is the best gardener. So he planted his seed in the pot. He gave it water. He put it under the sun, but nothing has grown out of the pot. Let's see the next page, children. Soon all his friends had plants in their pots. Some grew into flowers, and some grew into vegetables, and some grew into fruits. So his friends' pots were filled with fruits, vegetables, and flowers, but nothing has grown in June's pot. June was sad. He didn't know what was wrong with the seed. He cried, but his pot was still empty. Underline the word empty, children. So, nothing has grown from the June spot. Let's see what happened next. At the end of the month, the king came to see the pots. So, a month has gone and the king has come to see the pots. When he saw June's pot, he smiled. Why is it empty? He asked. I don't know, said June. I do, said the king. So king came and he saw June's pot and he said, why the pot is empty? All your friends grew fruits, flowers and vegetables, but nothing is there in your pot. What happened? June said, I have taken care of the plant, of the seed, but it has not grown properly. So king said, I know what is the reason. All the seeds I gave were cooked. He said, a seed that's cooked can never become a plant. June's friends were ashamed. Underline the word ashamed, children. It was true. Just like June's pot, their pots had been empty too. So, what had they done? The king said, June, it is correct. I gave everybody the cooked seeds. The cooked seeds will not grow into a new plant. But I don't know how it has happened for your friends. And they all were ashamed because they know they have done wrong. Let's see what they have done it. So what Jun's friend have done? They had thrown away the king's seed and had then planted one of their own. So his friends throw away king's seed and they planted their own seed. Only June had been honest. Underline the word honest, children. You are the real winner, said the king. The people celebrated. They knew June would make a good king. Underline the word celebrated also. We will see the glossary and make own sentence with the given word. So, Jun was honest. He didn't throw away what the seed the king has given. He planted the same seed. That's the reason nothing has grown from his pot. So, he's been honest and he has become the king. And people celebrated the occasion. So, you should be honest children to become great. Honesty is nothing but if something you have done wrong, you should admit it. not lying, cheating, or stealing from others. Okay? If you have done something wrong, you should be brave enough to come and tell that it has been done by me. You should not lie. You should not cheat. That is honest. We have underlined the word ashamed, celebrated, empty, and honest. These are your keywords, children, and write the glossary and make sentence with the word. Finish this work for the block. Okay? I will see you in the next class, children. You all once again read the story. Okay? And the moral is be honest. This is your block, Jun's seed. I will see you in the next class. Bye bye, children.